sana kodoe na mataka Pauna numa Nananda tolasa Mai subana numa
I was going to say, could start recording anyhow and just cut it.
I did just now. Now that Gizzy's coming in.
Perhaps Boris is going to resign.
Well, I don't know what it is. Whether when I looked on the internet, it said it was about boosters. About boosters.
Yeah.
But well, they've got him by the balls this time because he's blatantly lied, hasn't he?
Oh yeah.
Hi, Gizzy.
Evening, John. Evening, Dave.
Evening,
Pete. Steve.
John.
Is he? Good win yesterday. And today.
Yeah, not bad at all, Pete. I can't understand. We haven't played well in any game all season, and we're eighth in the table.
Yeah, it's a bit like Brentford. You forget how many games they've lost, and yet they're ninth, are they?
Something like that, yeah.
With a -1 goal difference.
Yeah, but I mean, Newcastle are absolutely awful.
Oh, they are.
They really are.
They really stink.
I'm not getting too excited about today because I didn't think they were any good. It'd be nice to play a decent team.
Hi, Steve.
Eddie Howe's not the manager to take them out of trouble.
Oh, shame, nice guy, nice manager, but they're not going to stay up, I don't think.
Yeah.
And we're robbing a living at the moment.
You're what?
We're robbing a living at the moment.
Steve might have more detail. You know, the game on Wednesday could be off.
Yeah,
United.
United.
They're going down like 9 pins. Well, they've got the Spurs version of it, allegedly.
Spurs version.
Yeah, it was brought over by the Italians. Oh, and where did he come from? Russia? Or Poland? Wherever it was.
Oh, the manager? The manager.
Yeah.
Russia.
Yeah.
Oh, well, we'll see what happens on Tuesday.
Who you got Tuesday, Steve?
Brentford.
All right. Home away.
Away.
Oh, they're tough cookie they are at the home pack, I tell you.
Oh, listen, mate. If we play against Brentford like we did against Norwich yesterday, we'll get battered.
Yeah, they're really up and at you, Brentford. I thought we were fortunate to win there.
No, I didn't see anything impressing yesterday from us. I tell you, it was embarrassing. Embarrassing. Anyway, it's only his second game. He's got 6 points and not concede any goals. So what am I moaning about?
That's right.
Surprised they haven't given him a 3-year contract.
I know. 6 months he's got. Well, we'll see. We shall see. It has to improve. Still, I didn't see any improvement yesterday. That's for sure. Anyway, where's Johnny? Is Johnny still enjoying the Caribbean?
Absolutely, yeah. We're heading back to Fort Lauderdale, and then we'll leave this one and have one another trip tomorrow.
What cabin are you in, John?
We this one is Dolphin 7706.
Oh, D-deck. Okay,
Yeah.
3706.
Looks very spacious.
Well, it's a standard cabin, but it's
Really?
been great.
Wow.
And I really think they've probably improved the medallions since you boys were on it in the summer, because it works a dream. You know, you can order a drink anywhere and it works. Yeah.
Yeah. Good. You can order drinks for your cabin now.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I could, but I've got this free minibar which came with the deal apparently. So
Well, they included that with you. Oh, we didn't get the minibar.
yeah. I think Dave's having a hard time getting in again. I don't know why he has trouble, but he does.
I don't know. It's quite simple. You
I
should
know
know by
it is,
now.
but- well, it's probably not his fault. It's maybe his laptop or something. I'll send him another invite.
Or his Wi-Fi.
Or his Wi-Fi,
You're
or
on the
something.
ship's
Yeah.
Wi-Fi now, I take it, Johnny.
Yeah, I'm on the good ship's Wi-Fi. Absolutely, yeah.
Well, we'll get that. We got the Wi-Fi.
Yeah. Well, I think it comes with a deal, so yeah.
Yeah.
send it to Dave again.
And which ship are you going on? Is it tomorrow?
Yeah, tomorrow it's the Carnival Sunrise. Yeah.
Is that a new one?
No, it's not new, but it's been redone. Obviously, it's going to be a bit of a pain not having a drink package, but I'll survive.
Yeah, it's going to cost you on that one, Johnny, I'm afraid.
Oh no, it won't. I'll just drink a couple of beers a day. I'm fine. I won't be drinking what I've been drinking on this one.
Couldn't you have bought one? Couldn't you have bought a package for it, John?
Yeah, exactly. But on Carnival, they get every penny out of you. It costs about $60 a day, and you can't do it by yourself. If I had it, then Cindy has to have one as well.
Oh, yeah.
And there's no way we're spending $120 on drinks between us for a day, per day. So
that Princess one's good.
Oh, it's great.
You can do your tips. It includes your Wi-Fi.
Yeah.
So it's 30 quid a day for us.
Yeah.
It's not bad. You have 2 or 3 drinks and it's paid for basically.
Yeah.
Yeah, very good. Very good. So you've been on the margaritas for lunch, have you, Johnny?
Well, I tell you what was funny, and my wife won't be watching this, so it's funny. So sometimes she moans at me if I'm having too many drinks, but then I order a coffee for lunch and she says I'll have a margarita. So I said, okay, I'll have one as well. Yeah.
Evening,
Hello,
Colonel.
Scotty.
Jim.
Scotty.
Let's get me group. There we
You
are. I
look
can
like
see you all
strange
now.
margaritas, Johnny.
Yeah, I thought you were down with Taffy.
What's that, Steve?
They look like
Oh,
strange
Scotty,
margaritas.
Yeah, they were nice. So yeah, it was on the rocks. So it was nice. Yeah.
Oh, good. Okay.
All
I
good
thought you were
stuff.
down with Taffy. Scotty.
No.
No, Bobo's been down there.
Bobo's down there.
Ah, right.
Bobo's got the Welsh on him today, this weekend. Chasing sheep. Anyway.
Let's get a bit.
So Dave's having a problem getting in, is he?
Yeah, I just sent him it again, so we'll see what happens. Yeah.
He did respond to it. He said he was trying to get in.
Well, he got on the other day when we did the test. Now I sent him to him again just now, so we'll see.
We'll get a
place you
bit
stopped
topical
at
with the
yesterday-
background. Yeah.
That place you stopped yesterday, John, was that the private island?
No, it wasn't. No, it was the Dominican Republic. It was a private resort. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
So it weren't the
I got a bit confused about that. Yeah, it wasn't a private island. Yeah.
it weren't the princess private island, Princess T, they call it or something.
Well, it was called Amber Cove, but it's not an island. It's all part of the Dominican Republic.
Yeah.
So,
Princesses
yeah.
have got their own island now, haven't they?
Yeah.
Like we
yeah,
used to have Farm Island, they've now got a new place, haven't they?
yeah.
Which I believe when you go to that and you go ashore, your package.
Everything's included. Yeah.
So you had to pay about $20 for your beer, did you?
Yeah, it wasn't bad for 5 of them. Yeah, 5 of them. Yeah.
5 beers, $20.
Yeah.
Yeah, well.
All good.
Right, so with the hostess with the mostess. Have we not got in touch with him?
Yeah, he came with a thumbs up, but he's still having issues getting in. Maybe he's just coming on his phone or something. That's all right. The show must go on. So if Dave doesn't come in, then we'll miss him.
So what's your report on the Regal Princess, John? How have you enjoyed it?
Oh, absolutely, yeah. The ease of getting on board, just like you guys, and basically being able to go to your cabin right away, and no complaints about the food. The Crown Grill. What's that, Steve?
Decent entertainment, decent.
Yeah. In fact, there was a comedian last night, a woman, and she was great, really great. She was slagging the guys all the time, and she did a good job. Yeah.
Right. Good.
What's the capacity on the ship? Was it?
It's a third full. There's about 1,300. Yeah.
It's nearly 3,500 almost.
Yeah.
While we're on the subject of Princess Cruises ships, on Facebook, there's a group called Starlight Reunion. And me and Alan Bacon went on one of them, must be about 3 years ago or so. And they've been cancelled, but they're trying to get another one going again for next year. So it's worth having a look.
Right.
Who's organised it, Dave? Do you know?
I've forgotten her name. I think it's somebody Albury. Because when we did it last time, Princess Cruises threw in a cocktail party, bridge visit. We had allocated tables for our group in the restaurant. A designated area in one of the public rooms if we wanted to meet up sort of in the afternoons for like a group get together. But if you put in Princess Cruises Starlight Reunion, I think it is.
How many of you? How many of you was there?
About 70 odd.
Wow.
It was mainly Princess, but as I say, me and Alan went. Polly was on there, came on. Yeah, I got a feeling Jerry Dyer was on there. Jerry Dyer went on it.
Yeah.
Pretty sure he did.
Hello, David.
I saw that a couple of years ago.
Right,
But I was
Johnny.
under the impression that it was for the PSI Princess people who came on after we left.
No, I don't. No, there was quite a few people that I knew, Steve.
Right. Okay.
Although, well, more by name, probably quite a lot of them. But
Right.
I think Phil went. I'm pretty sure he did.
Yeah.
Okay, our official anchorman's here. Dave, hello.
So apologies for being on the iPad. The laptop is playing up. I've rebooted it, and it's rebooting again now, so I can't use the usual.
Yeah. Dave, rebooting means unplug it and start, not boot it across the room, mate.
We'll turn it on and turn it off.
Hey,
Turn it on.
hey, Gizzy, you were booting your ball around at flipping I was going to say Filbert Street, but that's a few years ago.
It's Filbert Way now, Dave. It's only around the corner.
I'm impressed.
I was saying, I take nothing from today because if you looked at it on paper, we're supposedly a good side and they're crap. So you would think, well, if they don't win this 4-0, we're rubbish. And we won it 4-0 and they were still rubbish.
Yeah. Got it. But anyway, good result there.
But we were a lot better than they were.
Yeah.
That's Sue
Definitely.
coming in, Jay.
Hey, Sue.
Hi,
Viva
Sue.
España. Viva España.
Oh, well, that's where are we looking at? I've got this flipping iPad. I'm still sussing out. I want to see more of you, but I can't flip and scoop you across yet.
Okay, I
Well,
guess
take your
we'll have
shirt
to,
off, Dave.
Mhm.
no, I'll tell you what to do. We need Brendan in to take over
Oh,
from
that's
Dave
better.
because he can't see anybody.
I've got
Hi,
it. I've
Susan.
got 9 on now. I've got 9 of
Okay.
us, including Blackpool Bob. A very brave game again yesterday, Bob.
Oh, here he is now. Dave, you're out of a job, mate.
Oh, get out of it.
Dave, it's not happening for you, mate. They've taken the Oscar tails off you, and now he's
Yeah.
taking the Anchorman off you.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
going on
stop
here,
that.
Johnny.
He can't see anybody.
I can't, but
It's got everybody. It's got everybody.
Apart
Oh,
from
all right,
Brendan,
all right.
is Brendan there?
He's trying. He's trying.
Yes, he
He's
is.
not-
Oh, I'm Sue.
I've just come off the beach. I've been water skiing.
Okay, I've got to give you the latest news, Brendan. Wait, quiet, please. So, Brendan, you
Hey,
were about
Ollie's
to
coming
take
in.
over.
Ollie's coming in. It's his birthday. Ollie's coming in.
Oh,
His birthday.
Ollie. I had the birthday cake backdrop ready for him, but the flipping laptop bugger not doing it.
Here we go. Is it all happy birthday?
you
Is
were
it?
about to be number one anchorman, Brendan, but it's okay.
Here he is.
Ollie.
Ollie,
Happy
happy
birthday
Three. One,
Round-
2, 3. Happy birthday
to
you.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Ollie. Happy birthday
Birthday to you.
Thank you so
Hip, hip.
much. Thank you.
Hip, hip,
Ollie, we need to see you.
hip,
She's
hip,
no bloody good to him.
Hey,
hip, hip.
hey.
Obviously, we need to drink more because the singing was better when we were in the Three Greyhounds than that was.
It was a lot better.
Yeah.
Lot.
Oh, have I lost it? It's all gone quiet over
Here
there.
we go.
Oh, there you go, Ollie. There you go.
So I think we could start a crew bar choir. Everyone else is having one.
Brendan, you've got some fantastic ideas.
Have you noticed
You
there's
there,
only
David?
Mollikins, Dave?
It was a skiing club a second ago.
Hopefully, I'm getting the bollockins when my iPad goes off and on.
It wasn't a barleykin, Dave. It was just a change of command because you weren't. It's all good. It's all good.
Change of
Yeah.
command.
Colonel, just because you're at sea, it doesn't mean we can't get hold of you one way or another.
Yeah.
Where are you, Colonel?
We are probably about 400 miles from Fort Lauderdale.
Johnny, I would have thought you might have got all this put on the massive big screen in the big show lounge so all the other
Yeah.
passengers can see us.
Yeah, no. Outside the swimming pool, Brendan. Outside at the swimming
okay.
pool.
So wait. So Brendan. So you're not impressed? I got it figured out how to do Zoom from the ships, right? I'm in my cabin.
Yeah, I'm impressed, John.
Yeah, I'm pretty pleased. It works.
He's already on a big screen. You might get recognised.
Yeah.
But a big
Yes,
screen, you're flipping big
Might be a
screen.
few old
man.
biddies from Alan's days.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you got
How
Sue
you
on
doing,
your
Kathy?
screen, Dave?
Have I got what?
Sue, yeah, you can
on
see
your
Sue.
screen.
I've got two screens here.
One with Sue on it.
I've got Sue, lovely Sue. Hello,
Right.
Sue and Taffy, Stevie Walker, Ollie birthday boy, Brendan co-anchorman, who looks like he might be promoted to senior anchorman at this annoying moment. Blackpool Bob and Scotty and Gizzy and Fruity.
Okay, we're good,
And
Dave.
then Pete
Yeah.
Colonel.
They got 12 on one screen.
That's
yeah.
it. Yeah, we're there.
Yeah.
We're there.
Yeah, we're good.
I'm
We're
still
good.
going to try to get on the laptop.
Okay, Dave.
Yeah. Right. Colonel, go ahead and bollock somebody else, please.
Okay.
Preferably
doing,
the
Taffy?
birthday boy.
Yay.
Yeah.
No, well,
John, where were you swimming, John? We saw that little video clip of you going into the water.
Yeah, it was a cabana, which what they call it. It was almost like a little house,
Yeah.
and it was in the Dominican Republic.
Right.
And what was the name of that beer, Johnny?
I have to replay the video, Dave. I don't know, but he was good. wasn't
Presidente.
It was Presidente.
he? Yeah,
That's it.
Thanks,
well done,
Bob.
Brendan.
yeah, he was good.
Yeah, that was very good. So what's tomorrow then? All of a sudden you change ships?
Well, tomorrow, excuse my language, could be a bit of a fuck up, but hopefully not, because Sydney is going to do a COVID test at sea, right? So that's got to work. And then I got to do my COVID test in Carnival and pay $100 for that because I messed up the other one. So as long as we get the test good, then we get in an Uber and we just get on another ship. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, here comes the cake. Here comes the birthday cake.
Is Hilda coming in?
Yeah.
Johnny Herbert.
Yeah.
What a guy. Nearly. Sue in Spain, how are you?
I'm very well, thank you. I can only see one face at a time for some reason.
Are you on iPad?
Tablet. I usually
No.
get everything.
If you press up the top, you might get a grid and it might say gallery.
Hang on.
Top right.
Top right, yeah.
Oh,
Mine's on the left, but
Oh, could be on the left.
Mine's on the left, actually.
Why did you
Sorry,
say right?
wrong
then? Why did
information.
you say right?
It's like nine, so it's like 9 little dots and it says view by it.
no, I don't have that. Hang on.
Or is it down the bottom on yours?
No, hang on. I've no problem before. Devices. No. Oh well, doesn't matter.
Are you
Are you
just
connected?
seeing? You just seeing whoever's talking?
Yeah.
Can you all take turns to say hello to Sue, please?
Hello, Sue.
Hi, Sue.
Hello,
Happy birthday.
Sue.
Hi, Sue.
Hello, Sue.
Hi, Sue. Hello, Sue.
Hello, Sue.
I bet that was a
Hi,
quick flash with everybody.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh, dear. Oh, we feel better already, don't we? Who said?
Have the
Who
lockdown
said-
rules changed in Spain? So,
Huh?
have the lockdown rules changed in Spain?
No. You still wear a mask here, but if you go into a restaurant, a bar with over 50 people, seats, then you have to show your passport.
Oh.
But most places here, the inside is small and there's big terraces that are enclosed. You can sit outside there.
Uh-huh.
But,
Mhm.
but the thing is here, for 2 months, we had no cases at all. In the last week or so, there's 40 cases here.
Wow.
Wow.
But
The
they're
thing-
not. It's not life-threatening hospitalisation, is it?
Not that I know at the moment. But the
Hmm.
trouble here, Spain's just changed the rules. Before you could come in UK to Spain as long as you're double vaccinated. You didn't have to do a test. They've just changed the rule now. You have to take a test to come into Spain, which they should have done before.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So,
well,
well.
Johnny, are you taking your test on board?
Here's my wife is, because she's got a special kit where you can do it. And what happens is it's video monitored by this company, which is approved by the cruise lines.
Yeah.
And I messed the first one up because the guy was in India and I didn't understand the word he said, and I completely destroyed it. So I haven't got the second one. That's why I got to do mine through Carnival. Oh, here comes Noel.
can't you get a test? Can't you get a test kit on board and do it, John?
No. I'm getting mine done by Carnivals. It's costing $100, but you know. it is
what
it is.
if it's positive, John?
Oh, them are really screwed. We're
You have
screwed
to stay
double.
on board. You have to stay on
because
board.
if you had the right insurance, then they put you up in a hotel. But no, we would be so screwed because we couldn't get home. We couldn't take a flight.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it'd be horrible. Yeah,
Drive it, John. Drive.
that's not going to happen. It's not going to
Have to
happen.
hire a car.
Hello, Noel.
Yeah.
Do a road trip.
No.
Yeah,
Hello,
right,
Noel.
yeah.
Who
Hi,
knows?
Cobber.
Hello. No. Hello.
Is it no? Is it no?
Yeah.
No,
It is Noel, yes, it is Noel.
your head's still up the right way round. We thought you might come in upside down or something.
Well, that's why I'm late.
How's the jet lag?
Jet lag, well, you're looking good.
Fantastic.
Did you have a good time, Noel?
Yes, thank you, Brendan. I had a great time. Yes.
Yeah. It looks like it with those two little fellas there.
The weather has all changed down under there, yeah. But anyhow,
Yeah.
it's okay. We survived.
Great.
Hey.
Yeah.
I might go back for Christmas.
Really? Do you fancy it?
Yeah, why not? Get out of here.
Correct.
There you go.
I was
Here
in
you,
the shop.
Bobbo.
I was in the local shopping centre today, and you wouldn't park a razor blade. So time to get out of here.
Well, have you got room in your suitcase for Bobo? Because he fancies coming back down under with you.
I certainly do.
Sideways. There you go.
Well done, Bobo. Good to see you.
Good to see you guys.
Yeah.
So Noel, are you back in England or Ireland, or are you still in Sydney?
I'm back in my own house here in Ballykeeran, Athlone, Ireland. Yeah.
Oh, nice. You had a good time.
A lovely time. Yeah, lovely time. You had to treat me very good down there.
Oh, good.
Apart from a few hurricanes and plenty of rain and thunder and lightning, Otherwise,
I know the weather's been awful, hasn't it, in Sydney? for the
yeah,
last-
the locals tell me it's the worst they can remember. Yeah,
Oh, God. Oh, that's sad.
not as bad as Midwest America.
I know.
Yeah.
Kentucky, flipping heck.
Yeah.
Whereabouts do you stay in Sydney, Noel?
Beg pardon?
Whereabouts do you stay in Sydney?
I stayed in down there. It's near Bondi. It's near Bondi,
Oh,
in that area. Bondi Road, just off Bondi Road.
all right, yeah, nice.
Yeah.
Nice
Near the
spot.
beach, eh?
Very centre, 20 minutes walk to the station and the buses and all that. It's grand, yeah, lovely, very central.
Yeah, the eastern suburbs is actually a really nice round Waverley, Bondi, and all around that way. Yeah, it's a
Yeah.
good spot. Good spot.
It is, yeah. It's a great place because you're near everywhere, like, you know.
Yeah.
Bondi Junction one side, Bondi Beach the other side, and
Yeah.
2 or 3 more beaches there.
Yeah, I'm from south of Sydney. I'm the other direction. I'm not
Oh, yeah,
eastern.
okay,
Yeah, towards Cronulla around
Oh
that
yeah,
way.
yeah. I was up in Cronulla, yeah.
Oh yeah. Guymere. It's a place called Guymere. Yeah. Yeah. Good.
I was telling Colonel Kling, I met an old mate of mine. I was looking for him a couple of years ago. I didn't see for 52 years, and we found him up in Newport.
Mm.
And my daughter's husband put it up on the Newport. Oh, whatever to have the Facebook community Facebook, and lo and behold, one person recognized him. I met him after 52 years. He sailed on the Arsova, the Himalaya, and the Orchids.
Unbelievable.
And he will be. John King. I gave him the email address, so he will be coming on. He wants to come on, but because of the time difference, he's not used to it. But he will come on probably the next Aussie cruise. He'll be letting the Colonel know his email address. And he's going to get an invite. So Colonel John King tells me, and
we'll do that. I was going to tell you that it's bloody hot in here, so I might have to shut this blind. So I'm sorry if you want to keep looking at the Caribbean.
You must be suffering, John.
Well, we feel sorry for you, John.
We really feel sorry for you on that balcony on that cruise ship in the Caribbean. We really feel sorry for you.
Yeah.
A lot of sympathy around here.
Where we are, John.
It's a bit too hot.
Yeah, terrible.
Yeah, John, that's a bit better.
I must tell you.
I know the feeling, Johnny.
I must tell you what I said.
Nightmare.
I must tell you what I said to Mrs. Kling yesterday.
It's cooking,
I was feeling sorry for the Regal boys in the summer because you didn't go to a Caribbean island. You just went out there and fucked around in the English Channel, right?
Oh, near the Isle of Wight.
Yeah.
It didn't bother me, John.
I know. I know, I get it.
We were all at sea.
Here we go.
Here we go.
Why Dave Ince to win again?
Hang on, I'm just trying to get 3 of me in.
Oh,
I'll get rid of the other one.
I've done it.
Going for a record, are you, Jave?
I'll get rid of it.
The 3 amigos.
There you go. There you go. That's better.
Yeah.
Am I still on that one?
Was there a Christmas sale on sun hats?
Johnny.
I'm just beginning to wonder if Dave and Taffy are long lost twins.
Johnny.
Yes. I'm trying to get rid of. I'm trying to get rid of the other one to stop the feedback. Can you do it? It won't work my end.
Hang on. Is that better?
No.
You need, you need to close it.
I know. I am. Yeah. Hang on. Hang on. Yeah. I've done that one. Sorry, everybody. Sorry. Johnny, where am I?
You're good. Yeah. Just need to get your video going again.
Okay.
So, Ollie, how old is it today, Ollie?
67.
Blimey.
You're
getting up there.
You're only a child, Ollie.
Yeah.
A young
Like
thing.
one.
Where is he? Over here.
Well,
one.
the day I flew out, I celebrated my 75th birthday in the air to Sydney.
Oh,
Did you know?
Congratulations.
I celebrated my 79th last Thursday.
There you go.
In
Oh,
40th year now.
I'm saying nothing.
I know. I was waiting for Blackpool Bob to say something.
I'm saying nothing.
Well, I think I'm the youngest one here,
how old are you,
and
Brendan?
some would say the prettiest as well.
It was
Only
always a
you.
chicken, Brendan.
Only
you,
some,
Ken,
Brendan.
I'm 65.
Have you forgotten we got young Susan?
Oh, what? Sorry, Pete.
Have you forgotten young Susan's on?
Yeah.
Very
Oh,
young.
sorry. Yeah.
Talking about pretty ones.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
fine.
that'll do.
So Bob's the oldest, and I'm the youngest. Is that right?
Yeah.
All right. Okay.
Well, you say that's okay, Brendan. Is that okay with you, Bob?
I don't mind. I'm easy.
Yeah,
I've still got the barnet.
Oh, I know.
I think you've got to
Flipping
read the
liar.
service then, Brendan.
Pardon?
he aged
You've got
a
to,
few
you've got to
years
read the service
yesterday.
at Christmas.
Ollie, can you see the birthday cake that Hilda baked for you, but you put
Ring the bell.
anniversary instead of birthday?
Thanks,
You know
Hilda.
what she's like.
Oh, they're all wearing their whole hats.
Hang on. There's
And all
some-
I got was a fairy cake.
I was really impressed with Bob's photograph of the golf. That was Brian Barnes, the professional.
Oh,
Yeah.
What were you?
That was the highlight of my career. That.
Did he play with you, or were you?
No, he gave the prizes out.
Ah, okay.
I won the cup, and we had a few jars together of Cronenberg.
A few Cronenbergs.
Yeah.
What handicap were you playing off then?
I was about 18.
Oh, that's pretty good.
I was only a sprog then. I got down to 10.
Oh wow, that's very good.
But now I'm playing off old men's scores now. I'm up to 25 again now. Yeah. So anyway, it was a good day. I won a trip to Switzerland for winning that tournament.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah.
That's good.
Someone's got their telly on.
Yeah.
That'd be good if he does that.
Got to have something to keep the sun off.
Yeah, cheers.
Oh, Derek's got one as well.
Cheers, yeah. Cheers, Colonel. I'll meet you on that beach.
What are you drinking, Ingy?
It's another see-through colada.
There you go, Steve. That looks like a fish. Looks like a fish. You look like a fisherman, Steve.
I am.
Where is he? Come on.
He does look like a fisherman. Yeah.
It looks like coming out of
lumberjack.
Jaws.
Fishing for
I'm a lumberjack
jumping in
and I
Alaska.
don't care. I work all day and I sleep all night. I put on women's clothing and walk around in bars.
Oh,
What's unusual about that?
Yeah. Didn't you do that, Alan, when you were on the ships?
Oh, dear. Oh, dear. Fruity, who's that behind you? Is that Tom Selleck?
Yeah.
Tom Fruity Selleck. Very impressed.
Bloody hell.
No, right. Where's Brendan? Give me a wave. I've lost you. Where are you? Oh, there. Brendan, where is your beach, and where is your sun hat, and where is your sunglasses, and where is it what you suggested we all do? Where is it?
It's in Hawaii.
The beach is a mile away. The hat's in the wardrobe, and the sunglasses are in the car. And I can't be asked to get them.
Oh no!
All that bloody effort.
I'll go and get my hat. I'll go and get my hat. Give me 5.
The flies are very bad around here tonight.
Yeah, no, that's brilliant.
It's the fish that Steve's caught. That's the problem.
Salmon for tea, boys.
Is it them fuzzy flies? And Pete, you're looking good. Pete's looking good. Yeah.
This is the wife, actually.
Same here.
Listen, guys, you don't have to admit you wear your wife's clothing. You don't have to do it.
Hang on. There was another one I wanted to put on as well, actually, but I've got to sort it out. You're like.
Oh, I've got the mask.
This is
Try on the beach hat.
it's turned into a perfect mate.
Where is it?
You like a bloody rabbi.
Yeah.
Bless you, my son. Oh no, that's not a rabbi, is it?
There you go.
There's nothing wrong with that. Hang on. Regal. Oh, here you go. That's another one. I don't know if that's. There we go. Oh, that's it. No, we're Colonel. We're outside the whatchamacallit, the outriggers.
Yeah, I was there.
There we are.
Yeah.
There we are.
Oh, I tell you what, it would have been good if I'd done this from there.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it wouldn't have worked. I'd have to bring the headphones in, and they didn't fit in the suitcase, the big bloody things, you know.
Yeah, no worries. That's all right. We'll have another Bloody Mary. You can have a Bloody Mary next time, Colonel.
Well, I got the leftovers, the one right here.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Brendan, I didn't recognise you.
These are actually Sherry's sunglasses, they're not mine. Mine are in the car and I don't want to go out and get wet, it's too cold.
I know the feeling.
You're wearing the wife's stuff.
Yeah. Hey, the difference is Taffy looks like this every week. In a nice.
She's the only one in the sun, and she hasn't got a hat on.
Blackpool Bob, but you're also going marlin fishing, are you, with Steve?
Excuse me, I'm a very rich Ruby. Do you mind?
I'm sorry. Hey, at least it's not a kiss me quick from Blackpool.
No.
Does that say my name's Ruby and I'm a princess?
It's something like that, yes.
Hang on. Let me see. Where's let's get
I
another
haven't
one.
quite made it to the Queen stage.
Here comes Charlie.
I want to make.
Neil's coming in.
Where is it? No. I'll make you feel better. There you are. There you are. That's it. Me and Noel have got the corks hanging.
No, that's a great hat. You'll have to wear that next week to the Aussie bar, the Aussie crew bar.
Absolutely. Yeah, it's brilliant.
You know,
very good.
Are those corks from the restaurant in the one on the Sun Princess?
Yeah, the same corks that you've used in every single bottle. That's
They've been used loads of times.
Yeah.
No, there's only one cork then.
Just the one.
You know, those days, guys, we were into recycling.
Absolutely.
Talking about the Aussie crew bar, I don't get into like midnight, and I got to open the bar at 1 in the morning. So it may be on Dave next week.
No,
don't start all that, Johnny.
excuses.
You'd be right.
Yeah,
dear.
I'll do my best.
Why couldn't you do it from 35,000 feet, John?
No, that doesn't work. No, we land at 11:30. So the time I get home, it'll be 12:30, 1 o'clock. I'll make it work.
Yeah, you do.
Can someone say hi to Charlie? And
no, Charlie's moved off his bar stool.
I think he had one look at what's going on and left.
He went away.
He's gone to his drag locker to see what he's got.
He's gone to get a hat.
A capella.
Maybe.
Oh.
There you go.
Hey.
What a guy. What a guy.
That's a good one.
I think that's the coolest.
Ernest Hemingway.
Well done, Charlie.
Yeah, that's the West Indies hat, that, isn't it?
That's a real cool hat.
It's very. Bobo, looks like you're going to have to wear
like
a
Ernest
cycle
Hemingway.
helmet.
Ernest Hemingway, yeah.
I can't see, so I've got to scroll. Oh, looks very neat. Yeah, very
Why
neat.
didn't you buy Ollie a hat for his birthday? Hey? You knew you were going to be wearing a hat.
Bobo, what's that on your head?
That's
Used to be
that's
hair.
my girlfriend's panty. Oh, sorry. I'm
Bong.
joking. It's my mask. That's all I had. It's not bikini bottoms or anything like that.
Not very impressed. Yeah, it's good. So, Charlie, good to see you. All well, we hope.
All is well, yes. Yeah.
Good, good.
No tornadoes, Charlie, in Bermuda?
No, nothing at the moment, no. We had one about a couple of weeks ago. One went through the neighbourhood.
Really?
But, it just damaged the gardens, no property, so safe. Yeah.
Oh.
It's that time of the year here, see, when they get
Well,
all that.
you are prone to them then, Charlie.
Oh, most definitely, yes. Yeah, yeah. Hurricanes and tornadoes and everything else that goes along with it.
I suppose there's a downside to living in paradise.
Although technically hurricane season is finished. It finishes in November, so
right.
Hopefully we're good now till next year.
Oh, the Colonel's
Oh, he's on deck.
Hang on, Colonel's
Oh,
moved
no.
out. Hang on.
Bad of the lallies.
Bad of those lallies. Yes.
Who's got the lallies down?
Boner lals.
John, could you put your leg down because we can see a bit too much?
Yeah. I can't see you guys now.
John, are you wearing a thong under those shorts?
Where is he? I've lost him. I've lost Danny.
Don't friend of wearing a thong.
I think the Wi-Fi goes bad outside on there, so I'll come back.
Oh, it has gone a bit funny. Yeah.
Yeah,
There you go. That's better.
Am I back? Am I back?
Yeah.
John, do you want to come and meet the rest of us down in the Crown Grill? We're all waiting for you down in the Crown Grill.
Yeah, I'd do that again. I would. Yeah.
Oh, what I need to know is, Johnny, how did you rate Sabatini?
Yeah, I enjoyed it. Obviously, you know, it's a different thing. It's a different experience than the Crown Grill. You know, it's just okay. I mean, it wasn't like it was just, you know.
Yeah, we found it a bit disappointing.
Yeah.
I thought it was very poor service in there when we were there.
It might have improved since, though. It might have improved.
Yeah.
We sat there waiting for coffee for half an hour, and then they kicked us out.
3 bloody hours were in there. 3 hours. And guess what, John? We missed the bloody comedian.
It took that long. Yeah. Steve had to rebook and go on another cruise just so we could go and see the comedian.
Yeah.
Bloody nightmare.
I understand that. If you have bad service, it doesn't matter how good the food is, does it? You know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But how are those margaritas, Johnny?
Good, Dave.
Good.
Are they still doing pub night, John?
Not on this 4-day one. No.
Oh, they haven't got an Oscar type singer.
Nope.
Or a Martha. No.
Or Martha, yeah.
Yeah.
So,
funny,
Johnny,
actually,
what time is it?
Time is 25 to 4.
25 to 4.
I was just thinking of John, a super tart, that we've only met one person from Goa. So there isn't a big Goanese crew, is there?
That's a princess ship, is it, John?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know whether they have many on the princess ships now. I mean, I know there's a lot of lads that are over here on the UK ships.
Yeah.
There's just been a crew change from the Iona, I think it was last week, and obviously Goan crew or Indian crew have come back. I mean, you get the crew now from all over India, not just Goa, as you probably remember. But there's still quite a lot of the boys go back on the ships, and a lot trying to get away. You know, this is obviously all the ships are not at sea yet, so there's still a lot of the boys are still back in Goa or in India. But, quite a few of them I'm on Facebook with, so I keep up to date with some of it anyway.
So what about Cheney? Have you been in touch with him this week?
No, I actual fact, you just reminded me I was going to give him a call, and I haven't done so yet, but he's not out in Goa because there's no flights there. And I saw yesterday on the Indian site for foreigners, or for Brits really, that all international flights into India, commercial flights that is, have now been suspended until February. because of this
Okay.
latest outbreak of this coronavirus mutation.
Right.
There was 5 cases last week. That was all tourists and all Russian tourists, because they have still been coming in on charter flights where they've not been allowing the charter flights from the UK. Problem is with the UK, you've got to do 10 days in quarantine, and they can only go on a 30-day visa. So nobody's interested in going if you've got to have 30 days in quarantine before you start your holiday, sort of thing.
Got it. Good.
So-
A very good early morning to you, Steve Watts, down under.
Good morning, guys. How you doing?
Good day.
What a guy. What a guy. All the way from
What's
down
this
under.
Saturday?
Where's your nightcap?
Flipping
He never
great.
misses it. Never misses it.
No. And we would miss you,
Told
Steve,
you
if
anything,
you didn't
Steve?
come in.
Steve, you were robbed yesterday, mate. You were robbed.
Rob today, yeah.
You
Hey,
were robbed.
man of the match until that tackle.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
you were robbed.
Never mind.
You should have had a
Right, guys.
penalty.
Yeah. Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah, it was a game of penalties yesterday and today. Well, yes, definitely yesterday, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
For sure, definitely. But Ollie, your Brighton football team didn't play because Tottenham had too many COVID cases.
The way to get a rest.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Did you know that, Ollie?
Yeah. Yeah. Got a hell of a backlog now, Tottenham, you know.
I
But
thought
you're
it was-
from Worthing,
I thought
aren't
it
you,
was
Ollie?
because of Ollie's
Yeah.
birthday.
Yeah, Margate playing Worthing on Tuesday night. There you go.
There you go, Ollie.
Yeah.
Go to the away game. You see Derek.
Yeah. Jump on the team bus.
Might get a game if you turn up early.
Fantastic stadium at Margate.
Yeah.
Yeah, Dave, I just sent you a message, Dave.
Oh, have you?
I just sent you a message. If you could read the message, please.
I will read it to you. Make an announcement. Someone's got the telly on.
Thank you.
Not guilty.
Who's
Not
got
guilty.
the telly on?
Not guilty.
Not guilty.
In your cabin, is it, John?
Who is it?
Who is it?
Me.
Yeah. And if so, is it anything worth watching?
Our glorious leaders on at 10 o'clock, 8 o'clock, I believe.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
great.
Yeah.
Another instruction manual.
Yeah, that can only mean good news.
I think it's holding a quiz night.
Yeah, Blackpool Bob, you've got to have a pen and a piece of paper. To
Yeah,
write a quiz
Yeah.
name.
Is it a personal invite to this year's Christmas party at 10 Downing Street? All are welcome.
And yeah, I've got a little joke
Go on.
because Bobo had those knickers on his head. There's 3 Irishmen, and they all died and went to heaven. And when they got to the gates, St. Peter said, "Well, I'm going to ask you all a question before you can come in." So he goes to the first one. He says, "What have you got on you that reminds you of Christmas?" So he fumbles in his pockets and he brings out a lighter and he flicks it and the light comes up. He said, "That reminds me of the light that the 3 wise men followed." "Very good," he said, "you can come in." So he goes to the next one. "Well, what have you got?" He fumbles in his pockets. He brings out a set of keys and he jingles them. He said, "That reminds me of the Christmas bells." "Okay, very good. You can come in." So he goes to the third one. "And what have you got?" So he fumbles in his pockets and he pulls out a pair of knickers. And St. Peter says, "What, a pair of knickers? What's that going to do with Christmas?" He said, "They're carols."
Good man, Rudy.
Good job there's no one called Carol on this crew bar, isn't
Very good.
Pete,
Good one, that.
what's the latest on the Grand Prix?
Oh, did you watch it, Noel? Not watch it.
Yeah, I did. Yeah,
Oh,
I think
flipping heck.
Hamilton was robbed. I think.
I still don't understand what happened there. I mean, I don't get it. I mean, they weren't supposed to let them three through, were they?
Well, the man in charge changed the rules.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Right at the last minute.
Changed the rules in the last minute.
Well, I think an Arab gentleman walked in with a rather big fat envelope and said, "Keep it going." He said, "All right."
Yeah.
Apparently, it's gone to an appeal. They've gone in.
They won't get it.
What are they going to do? Take it off him? I can't see that.
No.
Apparently he crossed the
Before I
line.
came online here,
Restart.
they were going in for an appeal just before I came online here.
Yeah.
They had the solicitor,
Verstappen
with them,
crossed,
the barrister with them.
crossed a barrier, a line after the safety car left the track, but he left it too early. He crossed too early.
Oh, I see.
So that's if that's found to be right, then that's a 5-second penalty. And if he gets that, then Hamilton wins because he was within 5 seconds behind him.
Yeah.
I mean, to be fair, Hamilton must feel really cheesed off. He led that race really the whole way through.
Yeah.
But 12-second lead going into the end there.
He was about 11 seconds ahead, wasn't he?
When they overtook Hamilton, he said he's weaving across the weaving. He said that's against the rules. The commentator said that when it happened. He said he's weaving, and he said that's against the rules. So I don't know.
So Steve, when did they change it to put it on Channel 4? Because it wasn't due to be on
It
it.
was a last-minute thing, I think.
No, they got it.
No, they announced it on Friday.
Did they?
Yeah, it's been out there for a while.
It was announced on Friday.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's
I
just
only
that,
realised today.
you know, Colonel didn't manage to watch it, you know.
Well, actually, I was effing stupid because you know me, I'm pretty up on stuff. If I'd have bothered to take the time, I have a couple of things I could got it on ESEM Plus, which I subscribed to. I could have watched the live stream on that, and but it's all good. I watched the last highlights at the end of the race, but yeah,
it was a good race. I mean,
oh yeah. So
it's all
can
good
we
for
go
the
back to
sport.
a nautical theme just for one moment? I just got this story through from a young girl from Liverpool who was depressed, and she decided to launch herself into the Mersey. But just as before she did, a handsome young man stopped her, and he said, "I'm a sailor and we're off to Australia tomorrow. I can stow you on my ship and I'll take care of you, bring you food every day and keep you happy."
Oh, yeah.
With nothing to lose and prospect of going to Australia, the young girl accepted this. But that night, the sailor brought her aboard, hid her in a small but comfortable compartment in the hold. From there on, every night, he would bring her 3 sandwiches, a bottle of red wine, and make love to her until dawn. 2 weeks later, she was discovered by the captain during a routine inspection and said, "What are you doing here?" And she said, "I have an arrangement with one of the sailors." She said, "He's bringing me food and I get a free trip to Australia." He said, "Oh, I see," said the captain. Her conscience got the better of her and she added, "Plus he's screwing me." "He certainly is," he replied. "This is the Birkenhead Ferry."
That's a good one, Dave.
It's great. I loved it.
The Birkenhead.
Hey, Charles Carroll sent it.
I have to go back to sports, right? I was down at the purser's desk. They call it something different these days, right? And the cash machines are broken on here, so I was trying to get some money to give extra tips, right? Anyway, there was this yank next to us, and there's a huge football game on the telly tonight, right? The Green Bay Packers and Chicago Bears, right? Biggest game of the week. And he's saying, "Can I see it on the big screen?" And the guy, you know, was from Yugoslavia or someplace, foreign purser. He kept trying to say they didn't have the license to screen that live. But this guy never gave up. He said, "Well, I want to watch it." You know, get on and on. And after like 10 times, the guy had to tell him that no, we haven't got it, you know. But it would have been funny if you'd been here to see it.
I've backed them to go the whole way and win it, Green Bay.
Yeah.
You're wearing your Green Bay outfit, Green Bay Packer outfit, Brendan.
Well, I'm thinking of buying one, but I'm not sure yet. I was waiting for some feedback on what everyone felt about the idea, but no one's responded, so I thought I'll leave it.
Well, I just thought you looked great in it.
It's the shoulder pads.
So yeah.
Oh,
I'm hoping they'll do well.
I've got the American football on now.
Oh, really?
But it's not the Green Bay Packers. This guy wants the Green Bay Packers.
Oh, he's got bloody television on.
Yes, that's just
But
what
he's-
I was
he's saying
thinking.
he's
He's got the TV on. He had it on all the time.
Tim has got the
With you.
TV.
Well done, Gizzy.
Johnny, why aren't you around the swimming pool drinking a pina colada, calling for the public room stewards to bring you another one?
Yeah.
Hey, Colonel, that would be great if you did that. Go round by the pool, but get your screen rigged up for the big movie screen above the swimming pool. That would be fantastic. We
Just
could all be
cast us
on.
onto that screen, John. Just cast us on to it.
Yeah.
Actually, that was another. Hang on, where is it? Where is that other picture?
Get the table tennis bats out, John. You might get Oscar in, like Dave used to.
Yeah, I used to. Yeah,
I did that.
Anyway, it's 10 minutes till Boris, guys.
Yeah. That's all right. That's okay. We'll look forward to
Bit of
that.
luck, he might be resigning.
Oh,
Chance
hang
might.
on.
Hey, pigs might fly. Eh?
No, it's already recorded.
It's pre-recorded.
Oh, he's already resigned, has he?
No, it's pre-recorded on COVID.
Not again.
Yeah, it's better booster, isn't it?
Well, whatever he says, I don't fucking believe him.
It'll be lit plan 80 this week.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're on Plan Z.
We've done the Greek alphabet. Now we're on the Turkish one.
Even better. So, Steve Down Under, are you pretty well okay with everything? You know, living a relatively reasonable life, or are you still being?
Yeah, no, we're pretty open. We're pretty free, other than getting to Western Australia. Western Australia is still closed, but Queensland's just opened for the holiday season, and everything's pretty much right. We've still got a few cases. There's still New South Wales are hitting about 500 cases a day, which is up to what we were. We were down below 200 cases a day, but it's not too bad. Not too bad at all. Things are getting back to normality.
That's all right. Are you able to be working with your son?
Yes, yeah. We're out and about at the moment, except the weather has been, we've just unbelievable weather. Never since I've ever been here, I've never known weather like this. It's the rain has just been unbelievable.
I'll tell you where that came from, Steve. I'll tell you where that came from. That came from a county called Westmeath in Ireland, and it arrived on the 22nd of November with this guy on there with a funny hat on. That's where the weather came from. You brought it with him.
Well, it would have rained the whole time Noel was here, and it still is.
I never got to see the Blue Mountains before, and my daughter and myself drove up there last Saturday, and we couldn't see 3 feet in front of us. It was absolutely
unbelievable. Most people got 2 feet.
we had to buy raincoats in the souvenir shop.
No.
The weather was unbelievable.
Yeah.
So I never got to see it.
It's carried on all week now.
Yeah, so Sarah was telling me this morning. I was talking to her.
Yeah, and it's forecast the rest of the week. There's no end in sight. We had a day's sunshine yesterday. Yesterday was okay, but I just got up this morning. It's not looking too bright either.
Well, they had good weather for the cricket, which further up.
Oh, don't mention the cricket, Dave.
No, we can mention it because Steve says that he still supports England for cricket, don't you?
I do.
Is Peter Pratt in Australia at the moment? Because I had a Christmas card from him, or not a Christmas card, but an email card from the Blue Mountains in Australia. Does anybody know?
No, it's not.
Don't know. Not heard of him for a while.
No, that's what I was wondering.
Well, I don't know. You can't get into Australia unless you've got a son or a daughter there who is a resident or a permanent resident or a citizen. That's how I got out there.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I didn't think there was sort of regular flights as such.
Really? No, there's nobody else allowed. The hoops I had to go through to get in there, and then when when I was
think-
going, sorry.
I think they're opening up this week, Noel. I think there's talking about student visas and they're opening up a little bit this week.
Even you had to go back now, no?
When I get back for Christmas, but when I was coming out, I got to Dublin Airport and I was checking in. And I had so many forms, everything filled out. Tinker had it all done for me, and I check in and I see the guy going away with my passport. And he said, "You have to see a supervisor." I said, "Oh, Jesus, is it because of my birthday? I'm going to get a free flight." And I went down to the supervisor, said, "No, we have to ring. They had to ring Sydney to see that whatever they had to talk about."
Oh,
Even though I had all the visas and everything and all the health forms all filled in, but anyhow, I got out.
So Colonel, if we need to contact you before next week, what's ship and what's your cabin number, just in case we need to send any messages through to you?
Well, I must say that Macca did ask me that question, and I thanked him. Obviously, probably going to send me a bottle of bubbly. Isn't that nice of him?
There's a great assumption there, Colonel.
Well, yeah, I know. And the fact of that, I don't have a beverage package next week, and I have no internet, so I won't be talking to you guys. I nearly said a bad word, Susan, so I didn't say it.
Well,
you'll be able to go ashore and get
What's the
Wi-Fi,
name of
though,
the
won't you,
ship you're
Ben?
going on?
It's the sunrise, not the what do you call it? Carnival Sunrise.
Carnival.
And the cabin number.
Come on, Johnny, keep up. They know where you're going.
Gentlemen, would you excuse me? I've just had a text from my good lady. I've got to go and collect her from the railway station. She's been to Cardiff.
Gizzy,
Cheers, Jim.
Gizzy taxi service.
Take
Cheers,
care.
Gizzy.
Hopefully we'll see you all next week.
Yeah, hopefully, yes.
Although I'm actually in the local church next week reading a lesson.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh,
Tell them
Father
how to
Gizzy.
celebrate Christmas.
That's an outside broadcast.
That we want that as a live broadcast, Gizzy.
Hey, if I knew how to do it and I could get someone to do it, I'd let you know. Something I have to do every year as a contribution.
All right.
I'll send Bob up. He's
How
a
to spend
cameraman.
Christmas at sea?
Pardon?
Is it titled How to Spend Christmas at Sea?
Flipping heck. Well, we can't wait to see you from hiding out from those cloisters.
In the pulpit.
I've got to put my smock. I mean, my smock on. Yeah. Good night, all. I've got to go to Derby.
All right.
Take care.
Take care.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did find the information. It's the Carnival Sunrise, cabin 7381. Just in case you need to contact me, Dave.
Yeah.
Send me
And a
some
bowl of fruit.
Yeah. I'll send you a grape, Colonel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A plate of tabnabs.
Yeah,
We'll send you an order.
Fried egg roll.
Johnny, I meant to ask you, you retired from the bus company in Seattle. Did they give you a free bus pass for the rest of your life?
Yeah, it's kind of Mickey Mouse. I've got a free pass for the Seattle buses, the ones I drove. But we have a big transit system where you got ferries and you got light rail. I haven't got it for that, so it's just good on the regular buses. Yeah.
So if you're retired in Seattle,
Brendan.
Pardon?
I forgot to tell you, Brendan. I've also got a rail card. Honestly,
I know. What are you going to tell me?
I can go from my house to Cardiff Central or my house to Glasgow Central for £1.90 on a day return.
Wow.
Glasgow.
I know why he's getting that.
Anywhere, as long as I do it in a day.
Taffy, was that to do with working with Sea-Link, or was that to do
It was
with
the
your...
National Union of Seamen. The NUS joined British Rail together, two unions.
Right.
RNT.
So when I finished work, they still continue to send me a new card every year.
Wow.
Right.
Flipping heck, that's good.
I couldn't think of anyone more deserving.
Oh, can I just say while I'm yakking, you boys have given me another addiction. You buggers.
Well,
Now I have to rush home from my rugby match every Saturday to make sure I don't miss final bloody score.
Oh,
Now I've got all the scores and all the permutations. Well, yesterday I was following it, and as he was announcing, and he's a Cardiff boy, the boy that announces it
Yeah.
on the BBC, and I was doing all the permutations, and I saw that Mr. Inge's team. I saw the
Yes,
the Robins.
We got a lot. I saw your supporter, the fan on the window ledge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I saw you back. Well, now I'm addicted to it. I'm rushing home
Brilliant.
from the bloody rugby to watch final score, all the soccer results.
Right.
Your lot. It's all your fault.
Yeah. And John Supertart, you do the same, don't you?
Depends.
You can't wait for those final scores to come in, can you?
Yeah, but
It's the draw. It used to be the draws I was looking for.
Yeah, true.
Hey, Dave, we're talking about Strictly Come Dancing.
Oh, yes.
Are the two guys still in the competition, or have they been kicked out?
Well, we don't know. Tonight's the kick-out night. Who
Yeah.
don't know? Don't know.
I've not been following it this year.
It'll be on now. Though. It'll be just...
Yeah. It's
minutes to
I
vote.
think it's a bit political. I think the two of them will probably be in till the end.
Nevada.
I think the deaf
I think
girl.
the two Omis will be. Yeah.
Who's got the telly on there?
Taffy is.
Taffy.
Nevada. Those two fellas were just on.
Are
Oh,
they
great.
on?
Did they work on cruise ships?
Well, they flipping should do. Bloody hell. Dear, oh dear.
She's seeing two men dancing together.
Never seen it before.
Haven't seen anything like that since the crew bar.
All the big deal about, you know what I mean?
Not dressed as men anyway.
Hey,
We went to our nephew's.
We've only got one lady in the bar. Why don't you ask her briefly what she's been up to this week?
Susan.
What?
Come on, Sue, spill the beans.
What have you been up to this week?
Not a lot. I still do a few clients. I do manicures and pedicures, so I had about 5 customers this week. I still like to keep my hand in, so I won't get bored. Went to the market yesterday, packed. It was about 76 degrees yesterday here. It was lovely.
Very good.
Beautiful.
So weather here at the moment is really good, but not a lot. Probably a bit of a party next week though.
Can I tell you a story about two men dancing together? This was on the
Here we
Oriana
go.
in
Here
the
we go.
midships bar. This was on the Oriana in the midships bar when they converted it to the barrel bar, which you'll remember, Taffy, when we were out doing the final Aussie cruising. And it was island night. And after island night, the restaurant staff, like assistant head waiters and section waiters, could go down there and have a drink. And there was Frida Williamson, Miss Heggie, and somebody else there. And I was there with Dickie Rutter and Alistair McCullum having a drink. And there's all these, fit Aussie guys there. And Frida and Miss Heggie are Varda in them. And Dickie Rutter said to them, "Would you like to dance?" And Miss Heggie turned round to him and said, "I didn't think we were allowed to dance with senior officers, sir." To which he hissed, "Not me, you." No, over there.
That reminds me of a story on the old Sun Princess. It was when the new bar, you remember the new bar we had that was over on the going side of the restaurant after the
crew bar.
And I think it was Boxing Night when the Goans used to have this party in there, and was it? I forget what the reason. It was some Saint Francis, I think it was. Anyway, I think Steve Townsend was the deputy captain, and Derek Ellison was the chef.
Oh, big
Anyway,
Derek.
there was a bit of dancing going on with the guys and whatever. I mean, there weren't hardly any women there. So Derek goes over and grabs Steve Townsend and says, "Come here," and gets him on the dance floor. We can't. We've senior officers. Come here, and there they are dancing around the floor there. And the chief banterman, well, they didn't call him chief banterman then, the supervisor, comes and grabs me and said, "I'll have a dance with you."
Good job they didn't have mobile phones in those days, isn't it?
Yeah,
Can you imagine?
Right, yeah.
Just as well, Channel 4 wasn't there either.
Yeah.
And that was the night they was trying to name the bar the Blue Oyster Bar, but it didn't stick.
The Oyster Bar. The Oyster Bar.
The Blue
Oyster Club. Yeah, that was it. Yeah. Hey, now look, boys and girls, and I have just had a traffic light warning, which has now been put up in readiness for our farewell. And again, first of all, I'd like to thank all of you for being in with us. I feel better now I'm at home. On tour is great, but when you're at home, I feel more comfortable, you know. So, and I look as comfortable as Taffy. Taffy, you're looking marvellous, all right? Cheers. But no, look, everybody.
Just waiting for somebody to peel him another grape.
Even better. Hey, but right, now come on, everyone. What we'll do, we'll give a wave and we'll get the music going, and we'll look forward to seeing you all next week.
When the fiddler stops, closing time, closing time, closing time, closing time. Women tear their blouses off, the men may dance on the polka.
In late 1973, a friend gave me a newspaper advert for fruit machine operator to work on cruise ships. I wrote to P&O only to find that the post had already been filled. Then in January 1974, quite unexpectedly, I received a telegram from Peninsula Southampton asking if I could join the Oriana in Sydney. The next few weeks were a whirlwind of going to Southampton for the interview, getting my discharge and seaman's books, and going to London for my medical. Then it was an Oronze reflat charter flight to Sydney, and about 10 days there awaiting for the Oriana. After my arrival in Sydney on the Laker Airways crew charter flight, which had taken in stops like Tehran and Darwin, I felt shattered. The Oriana had already sailed on a cruise around the South Pacific, so I spent the first few nights on board Oronze in Pyrmont before transferring to a George Street pub to await Oriana's return. This gave me time to explore Sydney and catch up with an old schoolmate who had become a £10 pom a few years before. Following my stay in Sydney, where I celebrated my 25th birthday and caught up with my old school friend, I joined the Oriana on the 9th of February 1974. The sheer size of the ship was quite daunting, and I felt apprehensive. I was then taken on board and deposited outside the purser's bureau to wait to be introduced. The first people I met were David Fingers Burley, the deputy purser admin, and Stuart Bennett, the senior AP. I was then introduced to Brian Hockey and the rest of the bureau staff, which was a department I would be working in. David Stevenson, who was the crew junior AP, then showed me to my cabin, followed by a tour of the ship. Thankfully, we were not sailing for a couple of days, which gave me the chance to find my way around. The big day came, and we were set to sail on my first cruise to the Pacific Islands, including Fiji, Tonga, and a few more ports. Finding my way around had become a little easier, and I started to meet more members of the crew. But would I be seasick? Thankfully not. A couple of days out, David Burley informed me Staffy wanted to meet me. I had no idea who or what Staffy was until this officer with gold braid on his cap met me outside the bureau and introduced himself. My first meeting with the great Captain Peter Love. He wanted to walk around the ship to arrange to move the fruit machines to more central areas as opposed to being spread out around the ship. The next cruise he was to step up to take command of Oriana and wanted everything in place by then. We did manage this with the aid of the chippies, and I still had time to go ashore in a couple of ports. At the end of the cruise, we had to empty and count the takings and complete the necessary paperwork, and we would be changing from Australian to sterling currency. I also had to convert the machines, thankfully an easy task as the coins were the same size. Then it was a couple of days in Sydney before the line voyage back to the UK. Following our return to the UK, we had a short break before commencing cruising from Southampton to the Mediterranean, Caribbean, Canary Islands and Northern Europe. There were a lot of changes to the crew, with new people coming and going at the end of each cruise. We were not permitted to operate the fruit machines while in port, and this gave me an opportunity for sightseeing and experiencing new cuisines and, of course, beers and wines. At the end of the UK cruising, Oriana went into dry dock in Southampton, and I went on leave for the duration. Following this, we sailed on a line voyage via the Panama Canal, the west coast of Mexico and America, then across the Pacific to Sydney. We arrived in Sydney in time for a Christmas cruise, followed by another 4 or 5 before another line voyage back to the UK. On our return back to the UK, I was informed I would be leaving Oriana and joining the Canberra. Captain Love asked if I would prefer to stay on Oriana. He would see what he could do. As much as I would have liked that, I decided to do what the company wanted. I joined Canberra on the 8th of June 1975. After a few weeks on board, I'd not really settled in and did not particularly like it. It was so different to Oriana and did not seem so friendly. The only godsend was there were several people on there with which I had previously sailed. Like Oriana, it was a mixture of Mediterranean, Caribbean, Canary Islands and Northern Europe cruises up until early December, followed by a refit and dry docking. The Christmas cruise followed this and was usually of 3 weeks duration, then the annual round world cruise for 3 months. Although world cruises were much quieter than the standard 2-week ones, it did give me the opportunity to visit new and interesting ports. At the end of cruising in November 1978, when I was informed by Maurice Onslow that I had been appointed to join Sea Princess when she came into service in 1979. So it was goodbye Canberra and time for 2.5 months leave. I joined Sea Princess in Singapore on the 15th of February 1979. On joining, we found that she was not finished, which is a bit of an understatement. They were working frantically to get her ready for the passengers transferring from Arcadia in a few days' time. The fruit machines were not on board, as these were also coming over from the Arcadia. No planning had been made for their installation, and we were several days into the cruise before this was completed. Once again, there were several people I'd sailed with previously, and being a much smaller ship, was more friendly and under the command of Captain Love. The journey from Singapore to Sydney was fraught with problems. Mechanical problems meant we kept stopping and starting, and there were plumbing issues and leaks. The toilets were flushed with a foot pedal, and we soon learnt the best way to flush them was with the aid of a broom handle from the outside of the cubicle door. Rumour had it disgruntled crew from when she had been the Kung Zone had put concrete down the scuppers. First Australian ports with not particularly good TV and media coverage. As time went on, things got sorted, and she was a great and friendly ship to work on, which I did for the next 19 months. During my time on there, I made a great many new friends who to this day stay connected 40 years later. I left Sea Princess in September 1980 to go relief fruit machine op, covering Oriana, Canberra and Sea Princess. This was a fantastic job, as you got to catch up with old friends as you moved around. One highlight was having to go to the Uganda to set up some machines for the Irish cruise. This involved sailing overnight from Southampton to Dublin, most of which was spent drinking with Alistair McCullum. Back to Oriana. Oriana sailed from Southampton for the last time in November 1981 and arrived in Sydney in time for the Christmas cruise. Oriana was to remain cruising out of Sydney until she was withdrawn from service in 1986. We sailed around the Pacific Islands, but also on longer cruises to the Far East, including Hong Kong, Japan, China and Singapore, where she had her annual refit and dry docking. These were great days working with so many lovely people in great ports. Then once again I was told I had to change ships, and after some negotiation ended up back on Sea Princess. My last ship was the Sea Princess. Not that I knew that when I joined her in June 1985. We spent most of our time either cruising from Southampton or fly cruising from Naples and Venice, and with a winter season out of Port Everglades around the Caribbean. Then P&O announced Sea Princess would leave the P&O fleet and transfer to Princess Cruises, where there was no position as fruit machine operator. Captain John King joined the Sea Princess in San Juan to interview those affected and our severance package discussed. I was told I did not have to accept the offer, but one of the 4 fruit machine operators' position would have to go, and the remaining 3 would man Canberra. By now, Oriana had been withdrawn from service, and I did not fancy going back to Canberra and decided to leave. The last few months, P&O had announced they wanted to replace National Union of Seamen staff with contract crew on all its Princess Cruises fleet. This caused division on board of those opposed to this and those who were happy to accept the severance package being offered. Meetings and ballots were held across the fleet, and the result was to accept the package. With that out of the way, it turned to farewell parties run by each of the different departments, and an enjoyable time was had by all. The final cruise ended in Malta in November 1986, where Sea Princess was to undergo a 4-week dry dock and refit and conversion to Princess Cruises. A number of us were asked to stay for destoring of the ship. For me, this entailed getting all of the machines into a container which was destined for the Canberra, which took all of 1 day. We stayed in the Germa Palace Hotel in Malta and were transported by bus to and from the ship each day. I signed off for the last time on the 8th of November and the flight home to the UK.
talk